Hi little readers, welcome back to Mrs. G Reads to Me. I am Mrs. G, and today's story is called A Boy, His Dog, and the Sea by Anthony Browne. So let's see what this book is all about. Let's get into it. Danny was feeling a little sad and bored. His mom was busy, and Mick, his brother, was out playing with his friends. "Why don't you take Scruff for a walk on the beach?" called Mom. "That will cheer you up." "Not again," said Danny. "The beach is boring. Nothing ever happens there." "That's not true," said Mom. "Keep your eyes open. You never know what you might see." So Danny called to Scruff and off they went. He wished Mick hadn't gone to play with his friends. He missed him. Scruff was very excited. He thought the beach was the best place in the world. Good old Scruff. Oh, and there they are walking on the beach. Dogs do love beaches. So much place for them to run around. They can hop in the water, swim around. So many things to do. Danny found a stick. "Fetch, Scruff," he called as he threw it into the sea. Scruff plunged into the water, got the stick, and brought it back to Danny. "Clever Scruff," said Danny. "You've never done that before. Let's do it again." They played this throwing game for a long time, until Danny was tired. He sat down, picked up a rock, and stared at it. "That's funny," he thought. "It looks a bit like a face." He looked more closely at the pile of rocks. He saw so many things. Wow. Okay, let's look at the pile of rocks. Is there anything that you see? Do you see any more faces? Maybe some objects? All right, let's look. Oh, okay. I see a face right here. A face right here that looks like a dog. A car, a blue car. A dice. Let me look closer. A pear. I see a pear. Do you see the pear? That's so silly. A boot. A turtle. A pencil. Is there anything else that you see? I think there's a lot more objects. Is there anything else that you see? There's a lot of things hidden in these rocks, huh? Yeah. Next time that you see a pile of rocks, maybe you'll see some faces in there too, or maybe some objects. It is so fun to use your imagination. After a while, Danny and Scruff set off down the beach again. They came across a group of excited people looking out to sea, shouting, laughing, and waving. Danny looked out to see what they were waving at. What are they waving at? He could see a tiny figure in the water, also waving. Then Danny looked closer. Something wasn't right. Why was the person waving? Someone in the water is waving? Huh. What can I do? Thought Danny. I wish Mick was here, he said. He'd know what to do. Then Danny had an idea. He pointed out to sea. Fetch, Scruff, he said. Fetch! Scruff dashed into the water and stopped. It was a long way out, surely too far for him to swim. It's hopeless. He'll never make it, thought Danny. But Scruff set off swimming very quickly toward the tiny figure. A little way out, he slowed down. He was obviously tiring. As Scruff plowed through the waves, Danny kept expecting the dog to turn back. But he didn't. Scruff just kept going, on and on and on. Eventually, he reached the figure. Danny couldn't quite see what was going on. It looked as if Scruff was trying to swim back, but very, very slowly. As Scruff gradually approached the shore, Danny could see there was someone behind the dog. But who was it? Okay, so Scruff is swimming back to shore now, and there might be someone behind the dog. It was his big brother, Mick. The crowd cheered as they reached the shore. Danny smiled, and so did Mick. Thanks, bro, spluttered Mick. I got a cramp. Couldn't swim anymore. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come along. Danny, buddy, you're a hero. It's his brother. It was his brother in the water. Danny swelled with pride. I'm not the hero, said Danny. It was Scruff. He's the real hero. And Scruff, he just wagged his tail. Oh, good old Scruff. Good job, Scruff. He did it. He saved the person in the water. Dogs are so amazing. And the two brothers walked home together. Scruff led the way. The end. Okay, so they had a little adventure today, huh? And Scruff even swam out to sea and saved someone in the water. That's so amazing. I'm so glad they were able to get Mick back to shore. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will catch you at the next story time. Goodbye, little readers.